Welcome back. And today, we are sharing with you a compelling narrative of geopolitical tensions, sovereignty disputes, and military action in the mid-Atlantic. We explore the Falklands War, a conflict between superpowers that took place in 1982. This confrontation between Argentina and the United Kingdom over the Falkland Islands, located in the South Atlantic Ocean, drew global attention and had significant political, military, and diplomatic repercussions. In the early months of 1982, Argentina, led by the ruling military junta, decided to stake a bold claim. The Falkland Islands, known in Argentina as the Islas Malvinas, had been a subject of a protracted sovereignty dispute between the two nations for almost 150 years. For Argentina, the islands symbolized a colonial legacy they were keen to wipe away. Meanwhile, for the United Kingdom, retaining control over the Falklands was not just a matter of pride, but a demonstration of commitment to self-determination for the sparse island populace, who identified as British. The impetus for Argentina's action was steeped in domestic politics. The country was under the rule of a military dictatorship, grappling with economic troubles and social unrest. Reoccupying the Falklands offered the junta an opportunity to whip up nationalist fervor, thereby deflecting attention from internal strife. On April 2, 1982, Argentine forces invaded the Falklands, rapidly overwhelming the small British garrison stationed there. This invasion sparked an intense reaction from the British government, led by Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. The United Kingdom's response was swift and decisive, opting for a military task force to assert British sovereignty and liberate the islands. The ensuing operation was one of the last traditional naval campaigns of the 20th century. Covering a distance of more than 8,000 miles to reach the conflict zone, the logistical challenge alone was monumental. As the task force sailed toward the South Atlantic, diplomatic efforts were undertaken to avert further bloodshed. The United Nations called for a peaceful resolution, while the United States found itself in a position of delicate balance as an ally to both nations. Despite these efforts, the momentum towards combat proved irreversible, setting the stage for the intense battles that followed. Over the months of April to June, the Falklands became a bitter battlefield. Key engagements such as the Battle of Goose Green and the Battle of Mount Tumbledown underscored the fighting spirit and resilience of British forces, despite the harsh climatic conditions and geographical challenges posed by the island's rugged terrain. On the Argentine side, there were moments of bravery and determination, yet they faced challenges in communication and supply lines, which eventually tilted the balance. One of the most tragic episodes was the sinking of the Argentine cruiser General Belgrano by the British submarine HMS Conqueror. This event alone led to over 300 casualties and was perhaps a pivotal moment that compelled the broader international community to take note of the seriousness of the conflict. By June 1982, after weeks of fierce combat, British forces succeeded in regaining control over the islands. On June 14th, the Argentine forces in Stanley, the island's capital, surrendered, effectively ending the hostilities. In the aftermath, 649 Argentine military personnel, 255 British military personnel, and 3 Falkland Islanders lay dead, underscoring the brutal cost of war. The Falklands War profoundly resonated back home in Argentina and the United Kingdom. In Argentina, the fallout hastened the collapse of the military junta, leading to the restoration of democratic governance. For the United Kingdom and Prime Minister Thatcher, it fortified national sentiment and political capital, influencing the political landscape for years to come. Internally for the Falklands, the war brought about significant change. Post-conflict, the islands experienced economic development and a major upgrade in defenses. The Falkland Islanders continue to grapple with the immediate and long-term realities imposed by their location, but they remain committed to their identity and governance. Ultimately, the Falklands War was not just a clash over a group of islands, but a reaffirmation of geopolitical influence, national identity, and the lengths to which nations will go to uphold these principles. It stands as a reminder of the complexity of international relations and the enduring impact of history on present-day politics. Thank you for joining us today on this insightful journey through the history of the Falklands War. We hope you gained a better understanding of this significant event and its lasting legacy. Until next time, stay curious and continue exploring the stories that shape our world.